They call me Dan, the Lakers DTLF. And I got a master plan for the Lakers back to the promised land. Spread the vision through my people, cause we fans are equal. When we reach 20K subs, yeah, we gon' drop a sequel. Another Laker anthem track, watch me run it back. Got the keys to the city where my Laker jack.
What up, Laker family? It's your boy DTLF back with another video, man. Oh my goodness, we are here, fam. We have arrived. The season is upon us. Tomorrow is the very first official preseason game. And we get our first glimpse at this magnificent roster. I can't wait to see what it looks like on the court for the first time. Of course, we do have some updates for you guys. No LeBron James tomorrow. Now the game does tip off at 5:30 Pacific time, and I will be here probably at 4:30 just to do the pregame. If not, maybe at 5. All right. Usually it's an hour to 30 minutes before we do pregame. So I got you guys live here. What's up, Jeff? What's up, my guy? Craziness, we up in here. How y'all doing? Everybody in here. Miguel, what's up, bro? So yeah, listen, we got some updates. We want to talk about some stuff that's been going on in training camp, some potential lineups. All these rumors that are happening, I was just waiting for everything just to come together so that I can bring it to you instead of making individual videos, every single rumor, every single thing that's going on in training camp. But all right, let's start off with today's news. So it turns out that Ham views Maximus Prime, aka Max Christie, as a multi-positional wing, right? So that's interesting. And he says he can take on various assignments. So it sounds like he's going to use him as a defensive utility first, right? He says he's a really, really smart kid, high IQ, and really just solid all the way around. So that's great news for all of us Max Christie fans, because I'll tell you, it sounds like he's about to get some major minutes here on the side of Darvin Ham. The best news is we haven't got no injuries in training camp, nothing like that. So that is awesome news. And so we're gonna hit the ground running ASAP. Now, I like the sound of that because that means he'll be competing maybe at the 2, maybe at the 3, maybe at the 1 for some backup minutes, which gives him a high probability of getting playing time this season. So that and maybe some solid playing time, anywhere between 15 and 20 minutes, assuming he impresses in preseason and moving forward. So that's the good news. Again, if you're a Max Christie fan, you see the potential since we drafted him. We saw that defense is a specialty, and now he's coming along offensively. It's very, very exciting. The kid is extremely young. When we drafted him, he was a project. Some people complained. I don't know why, but I love what I'm hearing out of training camp from him. If you haven't seen the little clips, definitely check them out on Lakers Twitter. I used to be able to post clips like that, but no more. So I won't be able to do that no more. But yeah, they're very interesting. A lot of athleticism, a lot of high energy, and good positive vibes going on over there in El Segundo. So. And then here's another little update. So Darvin Ham touched on Cam Reddish and his journey so far in the NBA. So this is what he said, and I quote, "Cam is a guy that I think hasn't had a consistent opportunity." He said, "People know what he's capable of. I've seen what he's capable of in the Eastern Conference Finals a couple of years ago when he was with the Hawks, and he played well then." End quote. So Darvin Ham is scoping out the talent of Cameron Reddish, and I think if he buys in defensively, remember he said he added about 15 pounds this offseason, so he can be able to play some solid defense. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see the battle there between Max Christie, Cam Reddish, and some of the backup wings there. But it's awesome. It's awesome to hear that they see the potential in these young players, and we know working with Phil Handy, anything is possible. Now, before I move on to the next subject, if you guys have any comment questions, I will read them now. Hey, what's up? What's up, Lakers 60? Lakers and Dodgers tomorrow. Let's go Dodgers. And then we got the Rams on Sunday. Oh, man. Super, super, super exciting if you're an LA fan. He said, I'm hell of excited for this season. I really think that we can bring home number 18. You know what? If everything goes well, I think we have the roster to do it as well, Alvin. It's going to be an exciting time starting tomorrow. I can't wait to catch the glimpses of different rotations. Now, we're still not going to see what the starting lineup looks like due to the fact that LeBron James is going to be missing tomorrow's game. But we don't want to put any mileage on King James. So that is A-okay. That is just fine. He said, told you Christie was someone to keep an eye on. He can play 1 through 3, and Reeves are the future. I agree, Kevin. From day one, when I saw his defense in Summer League, people were critiquing his offense, but I was quoted as to saying, be patient. This kid already has defensive tools. If he adds anything else, watch out. He's done that. He's done an excellent job of improving in the offseason. Again, kudos to the coaching staff, but his work ethic, most importantly. And again, the Lakers draft extremely well. So anytime they draft a player, I get excited about it. Same thing with Maxwell Lewis, Jalen Hood-Schifino, and even the undrafted free agents like Castleton and Demoy Hodge, and even Alex Fudge. I'm excited for all of the above because I know that they all have potential. Now, will they realize it? To be determined. But I do like Max Christie. I liked him since we drafted him. Very excited for his potential and his future. Hopefully this year he gets to flourish a little bit more and get some more PT. But we're going to do what is right for the team always, right? Let's see here. Max Christie tied up Austin on defense from highlights. He was playing excellent defense, but I think Austin Reeves did an excellent job of not forcing the issue and then handing it off to a teammate that ends up turning into a dunk because Rui Hachimura is turning into a hell of a slasher with a big body. The way he's been working with LeBron, I expect him to get a lot of the same habits, a lot of the same offensive moves to start learning from King James and the eating habits and taking care of his body, most importantly, because that is a major tribute to LeBron's longevity. So I think if I was an athlete, the number one thing I learned from LeBron is his diet, his routines, how he works out, how he rests his body. I think that's very important, especially if you're a supreme athlete like Rui Hachimura, or as I like to call him, Slashimura. Hey, what's up, Angie? Good to see you. East Coast Laker fan, what up? He said Rui should start. Prince is a minimum player. All right. This is where I think I disagree with Craig, which rarely happens. Craig's my guy. But I'll say this. You never start a player based on how much they're getting paid. You want to see how they perform. Now, I agree that Rui is my favorite to start out of the two. My better favorite to start is actually Christian Wood, even though he's on a minimum as well. But Rui, I talked about this on Around the League with the fellas. He's my favorite for breakout season, simply because he showed glimpses of it in the playoffs last year. And now I think he's going to, the sky's the limit with him. I think his confidence through the roof after the way he played last year in the postseason. And now, like Darvin Ham says, opportunity sometimes comes knocking and the players maximize that. And then they get even more opportunity. So I think Rui's going to have a huge opportunity to start here and even maybe become a star player in this league, an all-star player. Not a superstar, but an all-star player. Again, he's, 24, 25, relatively still young, hasn't hit his prime yet. So sky's the limit for this guy, man. Now, who should start? Now, according to Jovan Bua from The Athletic, there's been real conversations, and this is another update I wanted to bring you guys. There's been some real conversations that Rui Hachimura or Prince, right? Tarion Prince could start. Either one of those two, but they haven't committed to anybody. Now, what I do know is that they already decided internally who they want to start, at least to start, right? At least to start the season. But that could always change, so I'm not really going to stress out over whoever starts, whether it's Taurean Prince or whether it's Rui Slashimura or whether it's Christian Wood or maybe Jackson Hayes. I don't really care who starts. To me, I just want them to settle then and to get better and better and better. So, that's what I want. Craziness. What's up? What's up? She said, Dan was right as always. Not always, but I do appreciate the flowers. Thank you so much. Now, I'll say this. As far as the Lakers this season, I hope that to be right about us staying healthy and winning the championship. That's the only thing I want to be right about. Everything else, I just want them to gel, get better, keep building on last season, and go from there. But here's an interesting quote by Rui here that I liked a lot, right? He said that he's trying to attack the rim more this season. He said, I know I've got the mid-range, but I'm trying to be more aggressive on the rim. He said, I've been working out a lot. My body got stronger, keyword stronger. He said, I got more footwork. So I think he means he learned more footwork. He said, I'm just trying to get more easy points. So that is a scary sight if you're the opposition, because guess what? Rui Hachimura is turning on that aggressive mindset from the beginning, and everything else is going to open up. If he starts attacking the rim, everything else is going to open up for him. He's really strong. He's able to use his body to bounce off of the defender and finish at the basket. It's not something a lot of people can do. You know what I mean? Like it's something strong wings, strong upper body strength. He said he got stronger, so that's music to my ears. Stronger is better, but I think he did that in a good way, right? Because people said he lost weight. He said he added muscle instead. So I look, the thing about him is I'm gonna be patient with him. I'm not gonna place a lot of expectations right out of the gate with him. He did just get paid, so I know the average fan is gonna place a ton of expectations on him and Austin Reeves and D'Angelo. But I'm in a wait and see approach. I know what he can be, and I'm gonna give him that time. If he starts with the starting lineup, it'll be interesting to see if he's guarding the fours, if he's guarding fives, hopefully not fives, and how that pans out, because that can also affect his offensive side, right? If he has to do the dirty work because AD doesn't want to play five, then he's not going to have that many legs on the offensive end. It can impact his shot, his ability to finish around the basket, and everything. Now, if he's going to come off the bench, I expect him to be a primary offensive option for us. So, man, just a beautiful time as a Laker fan, man. You can't really you can't really see many flaws with this roster. I mean, think about it. From A to Z, we're pretty much covered. From point guard, shooting guard, small forward, power forward, center, we're covered. And it is now a matter of let's see how they gel and what are the best combinations and who's going to live up to the hype and who's not, right? Because there's always going to be a letdown player. There always is every season. And there's going to be a player that exceeds expectations. My hope is that the younger players are the ones exceeding those expectations, and the older players, if they let us down, so be it. But hopefully not. Hopefully everybody is on par. Hey, Dan, are you going to a Lakers game this year? I'm going on April 9th versus Golden State. Hey, if God's willing, man, I've been blessed in the past. If I'm blessed again, I'll be happy to attend, bro. I'll be excited to attend. My situation has changed, at least from here till the end of December, but I'm still grinding. I'm still working hard. Y'all heard the big announcement if you guys were here for Around the League, so that's going to be huge. If you didn't hear it, brand new clothing line / apparel, Court Kings, man. I've partnered up with these amazing gentlemen you see on screen: Empire Jeff, Me's the GM, and Christian, the graphics god. And we're launching some sick apparel. I'm talking, if you're a hooper, if you're a hip hop fan, if you just like pop culture and references, this is the place for you. And I can't wait to give back to the community and just do awesome stuff. So that was the announcement. If you guys weren't here for Around the League, so yeah, hopefully, God willing, everything goes good. We will be at Laker games this season for sure. All right. So with LeBron sitting out, right, this is going to open up major opportunities for other players. Who's going to pull up and snag those opportunities? I'll ask you guys, what are you guys looking forward to with LeBron sitting out? Who do you guys want to see play the most? Who do you guys want to start? All that good stuff. We can talk about it now. If you guys have questions for me, I'd be happy to, answer those. Again, the fact that Taurean Prince is a serious candidate to start next to D'Angelo, Austin Reeves, LeBron, and Anthony Davis, that's a controversial topic. And like my boy Craig said, he wants Rui to start because he gets paid more. Do you guys agree with that? You disagree? Do you think it doesn't matter? It's about who finishes, all that good stuff. Like, what do you guys think? He said, what's up, Dan? Vacationing in the Philippines right now. Thank you for giving me something to watch at 2 a.m. Shout out to Vaughn, man, for watching the channel at 2 a.m. Salute to you, brother. Absolutely. LeBron James will Christie will take over LeBron James. That's hilarious. That is hilarious. My guy said, Jeff, love your show, bro. Hey, definitely. If you guys haven't subscribed to Empire Jeff TV, man, go check that man out. He is phenomenal at what he does. I mean, he breaks it down from end to end. He is second to none. Keep showing love, keep making this man channel grow, because he deserves each and every single thing he's doing over there. Shout out to him. Hey, what up, Don Terry? How you doing, brother? And shout out to Don Terrio as well, man. Go follow, support my guy as well, man. All the good stuff he's doing over there. He said D'Lo's going to get traded by midseason. You think so? You think that's like a far gone conclusion? Because I'm not sure. Now, there's question marks about the fit, obviously, for defensive purposes. But I'm not sure if that's going to happen. If we gel from the get, we come out of the, we come out of the gates just firing on all cylinders, I don't think anybody gets traded. That's just how deep I think this team is. Now, might you add somebody via free agency, somebody who got bought out? There's always that option. There is the option of trade if we're not gelling and there's weak links on the team. Sure, maybe then. And to be fair, D'Angelo has a very tradable contract, right? Team option essentially is a 1-year deal on an expiring contract. So, yeah, teams are going to want to take a swig at that, whether it's to clear cap space whether you're selling or you're buying and you think that could be a missing piece for you. So I'm sure teams are going to be calling about him, about Vanderbilt, about a bunch of different players. But it's up to the Lakers to decide what fits and what does not. This is why we have regular season for. This is why we have the trade deadline. This is why we have all this good stuff, including starting with preseason, right? Starting with preseason. He said, what happened yesterday? I was waiting on your YouTube show. It was my mom's birthday, man. So we was kicking it with her. That's what happened yesterday. But I got you guys today for sure. Now, more word out of training camp is that Jalen Hood-Schifino says it's been great going against D'Lo and Gabe Vincent. He also shares that it's been nice for both of them to pull him to a side and give him tips. He said, I love leadership shown by D'Lo. Listen, at the end of the day, I'll tell you this. This is why I said this is the rookie that is going to stand out to me the most. And so far, it sounds like he's the one that's standing out to coaching staff and the players the most. They're saying he's strong, he's poised, he's very gifted. And that is good news because he's going up against some good point guards. We're talking about a borderline all-star in D'Angelo. We're talking about a phenomenal role player in Gabe Vincent. Those are good players to learn from. So I really think Jalen Hood is going to pan out in the long run. And I think he's going to be a heck of a ball player. I've always said it reminds me of like the Marcus Smart / Drew Holiday prototypes, maybe even different. But the point is he has potential to be a 3-and-D point guard who can be a floor general as well. Those are dangerous because you don't see a lot of those. Usually you get 3-and-D or you get a floor general. Excuse me. Excuse me. But you usually don't get the combination of both, right? Let me give you an example. Like, somebody who could take over games like Curry or Damian Lillard. They're floor generals, but they're not defensive-minded guards. This is why you get a nice blend of that with like a Drew Holiday. And that's why I compare him to that type of player. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Angie. But I like the prospect. I think, I think he could have been a lottery level talent who slipped down to the Lakers. Remember, we had the 17th pick. That's just 3 picks outside of the lottery. And the Lakers saw something in this guy because a lot of people wanted us to take Cam Whitmore, who also looked great, by the way. Shout out to him in the Las Vegas Summer League. However, we went out here and we got this point guard for a reason. And remember, I never questioned the scouting department and the front office because they've done a sensational job of just acquiring phenomenal talent via the draft or just free agency. So, again, it dates back all the way to Caruso, even before then, right? So, Jalen Hood-Schifino, somebody to look out for sure. I do still think there's going to be majorly a development season unless an injury happens or some sort of special circumstance. But overall, I think he's in the perfect place to learn now and to learn later. Like I just do. I think he is going to have a great season. And I think he's going to go all out and do his thing, right? Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on with YouTube. It's freezing me up right now. But, yeah, let's just see here if it unfreezes real quick because, yeah, we're having a good conversation here. YouTube, don't do it. Don't do it. Let me double check here, make sure everything's good. Can you guys still hear me? Yeah, you guys still can hear me. As long as you can hear me, it's good. We will keep going. Yeah, as long as you guys can hear me, it's good. We'll keep going. No worries. I will be looking at the comment section here through the YouTube monitor. So you're good. All right. So yeah, pretty much, guys, I will say this. I think, the Lakers are going to be a sensational team. We have the depth. We have it all. Jalen Hood, the young rookie, man. Maxwell Lewis, I'm curious. We haven't heard too much about him. So I'm curious to see what happens there. It's so many different topics of conversation we're going to be having throughout the course of the season. I also wanted to talk about Coach Mike Malone and how, he's been trying to backtrack talking about, I don't listen to any of that stuff. I don't know what they're saying. Yeah, listen, we heard you talk already. Now it's our turn, Coach Mike. It is our turn. And yeah, it's not a rivalry per se, but they did eliminate us last season. So we're looking to get our get back. It's only normal that we have them as targets on that radar. So, that is the good news there. Now, if you guys have any questions about this, go ahead and let me know. He said, we back. How we looking, Dan? We looking good, Dolsky. How you doing, bro? Hey, I'm very excited about the season starting with preseason tomorrow. Again, for those of you that weren't here earlier, preseason was or it's going to start at 5:30 p.m. Pacific time. I got you guys with the full coverage here, pre-game, halftime, and post-game. And yeah, and we'll be back on Around the League at some point, either this weekend or next week to break it all down with you guys. But a lot of great stuff happening. How much do we trust Darvin Ham, or as you like to call him, Scam? He's going to have to earn our trust. He has every tool at his disposal, everybody on that utility belt ready to go. It's all about him and how he utilizes it moving forward. But you know what? Let's hope for the best with Darvin, and hopefully he is able to live up to the hype, because the hype is a championship. Let's be honest. So if he's able to do his thing, we will be solid. Is Denver and Lakers a rivalry overhyped? Yes, it is, because it's not a rivalry. They beat us one time on their way to the championship. Although we did beat them last time on our way to our championship, so maybe there's something brewing there. But when I think of a rivalry, I think of something that goes beyond 10 years, right? I think of Celtics. That's what I think of, So I think we only have one rival due to the greatness. You kind of sit lonely at the top. That's the way it goes. Isn't that the first time the Nuggets beat the Lakers in the playoffs? I believe so. This is why I say it's not a rivalry, but we are looking for revenge. Dan, do you have a lower opinion of AD since he's running away from playing the 5? No, I don't think he's running away. It's just he came in naturally a 4. I think that's his natural position. I think he'll be straight there at the 4. And I actually want him to go back to the 4. I actually have a higher opinion about him because he's been playing through the 5, even though he doesn't want to play there. Most people mope, they request a trade, and they suffer. The team suffers because of it. Not him. He has been able to put his head down and continue to push forward. So that is the good news with Anthony Davis. Major respect to him. He said, doing good. Took some time off the NBA for my health's sake. That's right, Dolsky. Sometimes you got to step away, brother. I feel you. Although I'm addicted to the NBA, so I can never step away, even though my mental health suffers from watching my team those years that we were losing. But, you got to have a strong resolve, man. Let's see here. Dan, never mind. I already read that one. AD improving his jumper will allow the Lakers to put him at the 4. His jump shot there was nothing wrong with it the last time. The last time we were in the championship, in the finals, there was absolutely nothing wrong with it. I don't know why he had, he had a falling out with the jump shot. They kind of broke up for a little bit, but they're looking to mend and get back together. So that's the good news here. And it looks like my computer's shutting down. So let me just reset here. Okay, I'm back. Oh, perfect. I'm back. And hopefully we'll get the chat back here. My guy Kevin said the Nuggets are trying to become relevant again. He said, the Colorado University football team gets more shine than the Nuggets prime time. You're right, actually. Oh, my goodness. I just realized that. You're absolutely right. That's a good point. Prime time is getting more shine. But can you blame the fans in Colorado? Because I can't. Personally, look, let's be honest. It would be really, really hard to get behind a player who doesn't care about basketball, and that's Jokic, right? Jokic coming out here complaining. He's annoying the crap out of me, to be honest with you. Talking about his life hasn't changed at all since the championship. If I'm the NBA, I'm like, listen, officials, please don't no longer handicap this man to a championship. If I'm Adam Silver, I'm getting the call in there, like, stop handicapping this guy. Stop giving him all the flopping calls. Make him get big and get strong and earn it next time, because, there was a lot of calls that were, they were horrible, if we're being honest, not just in the Lakers series, but even before that. Gets a lot of that stuff, and maybe the NBA learned their lesson. They won't make him the poster child because he does not deserve it. He doesn't even care about. Imagine catering to somebody who doesn't care about you. That's like the Sweet 16. You guys remember those episodes on MTV when they would spoil the children and the children would get everything they want, and in the end they would just flick their parents off? Yeah, that's what this is looking like. Like, Jokic is flicking his parents off. He's flicking the NBA off, treat him like a regular ass job that nobody gives a damn about, instead of like a dream job that people would kill to play for the league. So, I don't blame the fans for not fully giving the attention to the Denver Nuggets. They're not interesting at all, right? Their most exciting player is Jamal Murray, and he's good, but he's not like Damian Lillard exciting. He's not like, LeBron James, Giannis exciting, right? So that's what I'll say about the Nuggets, right? And congratulations to them. They won the championship. However, that's not going to sustain. I promise. And Mike Malone, I'm sure the people upstairs told him to tone it down. Otherwise, he's just being cowardly because he was talking a lot during the parade and during the championship run. And now he wants to go silent. Nah, keep that same energy, fam. We coming for you opening night in your own house. We coming for that ass. So be ready. Be ready. And the Lakers, hopefully they will be. And it looks like we got another update here. Jovan Bull of The Athletic reporting that Anthony Davis mentioned Jalen Hood-Schifino as a player who stood out in camp. He said he can really play. He's shifty. He can shoot the basketball. He reads the floor well. So if you already aren't excited for our young core and our future, this has to be music to your ears. Even the stars are raving about this rookie. So that's good news. It looks like we got another one, fam. Another one. Early, right? It's still early, but it's looking like we got another nice young player in the making. And that, I can't wait to see him. Maybe he will earn some playing time this season. If they keep raving like that, coach is going to have no choice because he's going to have to play the best players on the court available. And then it raises the eyebrow and it raises the question, right? Like, if Jalen Hood-Schifino rises from the ashes and into the rotation, who's going to be the odd man out? And will they want to be traded? Will it be Gabe Vincent? Will it be D'Angelo Russell? And how will that impact the chemistry, right? Hopefully nobody gets upset, and hopefully, the chemistry continues to flow, next man up type of vibes. But we'll see. To be determined, right? He said, and look how LeBron gets hacked. Remember the Tatum fouled LeBron when LeBron fell to the ground? I remember that. And they were making fun of LeBron for throwing a tantrum, but all the fans, we was throwing a tantrum just like that too. We was on our knees because we had already been through a couple of questionable foul calls last season, and then that was like the cherry on top. Like, that guy, what was his name? Eric Lewis? Yeah, he did not deserve the ref. And I hate calling for people's jobs, but I think this was well-deserved because dude was a menace. And it turns out him and his family were Celtic fans. So, and he was hating on Laker fans afterwards. But guess what, bro? You lost your job because in that profession, you should not be biased at all. Shouldn't have your favorite sport should be hockey or some shit. You should not be able to dictate a whole game like that just because that was against your favorite franchise. That was a travesty. The NBA has to do a better job of getting refs who don't like basketball. That way they can officiate the game the way it's supposed to be officiated. You have to imagine that if they're fans of the game at all, they're going to start having favorites. And favoritism is not something that should be in officiating. So Eric Lewis gets fired. He gets canned. The NBA cut ties with him because they didn't want another what's his name? Tom Donaghy or something like that. They didn't want another situation like that where it looks like the NBA is rigged. So I'm glad they cut ties. Now let's hope that this season we get anywhere closer to fair refereeing and officiating. Now I understand they're not perfect. They're going to make mistakes, but some of this stuff is just blatant. And the stuff that really ticks me off is when they go to the monitor after a review and is clear as day and they don't call it the right way. So that is what it really ticks me off. But enough of the negativity. Listen, we're here, baby. The Lakers are here. Just wanted to give you guys a couple of updates as you heard. Jalen Hood-Schifino is so hood. This man is starting to, shine even in training camp. So I'm excited about that. Max Christie's been looking good from the clips I've seen. The athleticism has been really shining. I mean, watching, D'Angelo Russell play pick and roll with Jackson Hayes for a nice little poster dunk in the regular season is going to be awesome. Can't wait for that. And also, people forget how athletic Christian Wood is. But anyways, guys, it's going to wrap it up for me. Been another successful episode of, a DTLF show. Now, let me tell you guys this. If you guys appreciate it, man, make sure to hit that like button on your way out. If you want to donate, you can do that. You see the cash tag down low under my name. All that good stuff, man. And shout out to my sponsorship Prize Picks, man. It's the perfect time to get in on the action. You got the postseason in baseball. You got the Rams season hot and heavy and underway and really exciting. Now you got the Lakers coming up. So make sure if you guys do want to play daily fantasy, you pick Prize Picks, man. Promo code DTLF will get you guys a 100% deposit match, guaranteed all the way up to $100 on your first deposit. So make sure to do that. And shout out to all my Around the League crew, man. Jeff, Christian, Mees. We've been working on some heat. We cannot wait to release. Announcements coming soon. Stay tuned. Follow all of us on social media and subscribe to our YouTube channel, starting with this one. Make sure to hit that like button. See you guys on the next one, all right? Enjoy the rest of your evening. Peace.